Earth spins at over 1,000 miles per hour at the equator, a motion we never feel but that shapes every aspect of our world. But what if, in an instant, the Earth stopped spinning? The result? Devastation on a scale beyond imagination. Inertia would hurl everything not anchored to bedrock, air, water, buildings, trees, and every living thing, eastward at supersonic speeds. The atmosphere would become a planet-wide sandblaster, stripping the surface bare. Shockwaves would fracture the crust, mountains would crumble, and new canyons would rip open in seconds. Humanity's creations, cities, monuments, even forests, would be obliterated, reduced to dust and debris. Oceans would surge from their basins, forming a single, planet-encircling tsunami. The initial cataclysm would last only minutes, but it would leave the world unrecognizable. The sound, a deafening global roar followed by an eerie absolute silence. The surface would be scoured clean, a barren wasteland where nothing familiar remains. The planet's rotation, once the engine of life, would be replaced by stillness and ruin. In a matter of moments, Earth would be transformed from a vibrant world to a silent, devastated shell. The consequences would be swift, total, and irreversible. This is the unimaginable reality of a planet brought to a standstill. With the spin gone, Earth's equatorial bulge would vanish, and gravity would pull the planet into a more perfect sphere. Oceans, once held at the equator by centrifugal force, would surge toward the poles in a relentless planet-wide flood. Coastal cities, already destroyed, would disappear beneath miles of water. Continents would be redrawn as water migrates, creating two vast polar oceans and a single dry supercontinent at the equator. Familiar seas like the Mediterranean and Caribbean would vanish, replaced by arid plains and new mountain ranges. The world map as we know it would be erased forever. The weight of the relocated water would crush the crust at the poles, triggering earthquakes and volcanic eruptions in places like Antarctica and the Arctic. The planet's very foundations would groan under this massive shift. Earth would become a world of extremes, drowned at the poles, desiccated at the equator. The landscape would be alien, shaped by gravity's relentless pull. The planet's identity would be lost, replaced by a new, unrecognizable world. Without rotation, a day would last a year. 6 months of unending sunlight followed by 6 months of darkness. One hemisphere would be scorched by a stationary sun, temperatures soaring above boiling, the land baked sterile. The other would freeze in perpetual night, temperatures plunging far below zero, the air itself turning to ice. Between these extremes, a narrow twilight band would circle the planet, where the sun hovers on the horizon. Here, temperatures might allow for liquid water, a fragile refuge between inferno and ice. This twilight zone would slowly migrate as Earth orbits the sun, offering the only hope for survival. The rest of the planet would be uninhabitable, a furnace on one side, a frozen wasteland on the other. Life as we know it could only cling to existence in this thin, shifting band. The world would be split in two, with only a sliver of hope in between. The temperature divide would create a pressure gradient of staggering proportions. Air from the cold side would rush toward the hot side, generating permanent hurricane-force winds. The Coriolis effect, which shapes our weather, would vanish, leaving only a brutal global convection cell. Winds would howl across the twilight zone, scouring the land with dust and ice. The water cycle would break, rain only in violent storms where hot and cold air collide. The sky would be a canvas of chaos, the atmosphere locked in a permanent struggle. Any attempt at survival would be battered by relentless, unending storms. The planet's weather would be reduced to a single, violent system, hostile to life. Deep within, the Earth's core would be thrown into turmoil. The geodynamo, powered by rotation, would stall, collapsing the magnetic field that shields us from solar radiation. Without this shield, deadly solar wind and cosmic rays would bombard the surface, sterilizing it. The atmosphere would slowly erode, stripped away over millions of years. The redistribution of oceans would stress the crust, triggering global earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The equatorial bulge would collapse, reshaping continents and creating new mountain ranges and chasms. The planet would be in constant geological upheaval, reshaping itself for millennia. Earth's very structure would be forever changed, inside and out. Surface life would be annihilated in moments, scoured, boiled, and erased. Only the deepest, most resilient organisms, bacteria in the crust, creatures in ocean trenches, might survive. These survivors would inherit a barren, hostile world. In the long term, life's only hope would be in the twilight zone, where conditions are less extreme. Perhaps over millions of years, hardy microbes could adapt and evolve, clinging to existence in perpetual dust. The scenario reveals a profound truth. Earth's habitability is a delicate balance, easily shattered. Our spinning planet is a rare jewel, its motion the key to life. We are passengers on a moving world, its motion, our very existence.